Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel again. This is Thomas. I am lucky bringing you more Hawaii Dynasty. This week we have Boise State, but we have some skill points to spend on our coach that I want to do first. Alright, so taking a look at what we don't have. Let's go ahead. I want to just kind of build this up evenly. But looking at our recruiting class, let's kind of take a look at everything. We're close to commitments from these two. Don't need to do too much more. This guy is verbally committed, so I believe we get our hours back for him. These two are still popular with us. I believe last time I was trying to heavily recruit this guy. Let's DM the player. And in terms of these corners, we are locked out by this guy. That's fine. Guy's got 90 speed. We're going to offer him a scholarship. Now this guy, he's really liking us. Recruiting. Let's go and contact friends and family. Seeing a little bit of competition with this guy, but I think I'm okay with that. Defensive tackle. We go and DM this player. Yeah, I think putting a little bit more effort on some of these guys would be a wise decision. Let's go ahead and remove this. Or well, I guess we could just do this and DM the player. Try to get both of them out here. Think that's going to be my deal for recruiting this week. We have Boise State. I'm a little nervous about this one. I had a tough time against San Diego State. Obviously, we went in overtime, double overtime. But Boise State is also better than us. We get the ball first against Hawaii. Forgot to look at the intro. This is a home game for us, so a good amount of reason to be hopeful. But Cam Barfield's already starting out the game with some wear and tear. So that does make me a little nervous. Might be a situation where we see a little bit of, I think his name is Christian Vaughn. First play of the game is going to go to Pavel Ashlock for a gain of 4. I thought he was going to sit still. I thought that was going to be a route where he... Okay. What route did he just run? And I can't even see the last play. I thought he was going to run a little hook. But that was definitely not a little hook. I don't know how I ended up on number 23. What the fuck? Alright, well... Unfortunately, this team does have ASHTON JEANTY, who was arguably the HEISMAN, but we'll just have to see how that goes. But that is a good job by number 16, Logan Taylor. And there's JEANTY for a touchdown. After that first drive, I'm now put in a fairly adverse situation, but we don't get the first on the first run of the day. That change of direction is not as good as it was. We're in the middle of the field, gonna try a passing play, and that's not what we want to see. And then Sim's gonna get a 6. Didn't realize he ended up getting back-to-back player of the weeks. I'm okay with it. I just wasn't expecting it, and I know they sent a blitz. We're gonna try and see if we can convert here. I don't want to get like absolutely blown out by Boise State, so I think running some plays that could potentially keep us in it might be a good idea. Being able to get forward with Sims is nice. Gonna try passing it here on 2nd and 6. I'm throwing that away. And Stephen McBride down the sideline is going to get up to the 25. I was a little nervous there that I think that might have been the defensive end. Might have been able to make a play on that ball, and I was hoping to avoid that. But if the play action is appearing to work so far, we're going to keep running it as we're going to get it to number 2 down to the 4. Need to catch these guys off guard. You already know what's coming. This halfback direct snap. And Landon Sims gets our first touchdown of the game. I tried to get out there with Jalen Smith, but we still get the tackle for loss, which is good. Man, that would have been quite the pick if I could have gotten there in time. I'm going to run man here on 2nd and 11. We're going to see a similar situation. And 3rd and 5. All right. That's a big stop. They got 4th and 1. In real life, I'd imagine they go for this, but what do I know? Trying to keep an eye on Landon Sims' health. If he starts to decline a little bit, I'll bring in Barfield. I do think it is a pretty cool mechanic that you can have, or like that, like players like actually get tired, like they might be treated like a human, as we are going to get hit hard there, but first down happens. I take off here with Schrager out at the 44. Another big run from Landon Sims. Just being in control during the run game is so beneficial in this game. It's insane. Like a pretty good way to win the game is to just control the ball. And doing that through the run game is just so achievable. There's our first. Landon Sims goes 50 yards on the day. I think we got Stephen McBride overthrown. Landon Sims able to shake that off, shockingly. All right, well, this isn't ideal. Gonna punt it. Don't want to give them much. Well, they get the ball back with 3:46 left. And we just pursued JEANTY terribly. JEANTY gets a free 16 yards. Nice 2-yard. Love that for number 13. Don't know who this is, but I mean, I'll take that interception all day. Love the one-on-one ball. Good job. I think it's time for Sims to come out of the game. Yeah, I'm just going to rotate everybody down. That's how I'm looking at this, I guess. Well, that's not how I wanted that play to go. I got Poffel Ashlock. All right, well. This could be a bigger defensive drive. This dictates who goes in with the lead at half. I feel like our depth chart might have gotten changed a little bit. Maybe we're facing some injuries. I honestly don't know, but there are some things I'm not a massive fan of. But so far, number 13, Edwards, is on my radar for player of the game. I tried to get the defensive tackle back there. I'm watching JEANTY. Terrible coverage. Okay, well, down at the 4. And they're going to start abusing the clock. I'm going to try sending a blitz here. Got to do something to disrupt this team. And that would have been a massive pick. Oh my god. Strip sack. We might have an opportunity to return this all the way. Oh my god. JEANTY's in pursuit. Are we going to get there? Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. 96-yard scoop and score. I don't know who caused the fumble, but that is an incredible way to potentially have the lead at halftime. Got our boy Otis back on the field. We're going to be operating in man. And Boise State uses their first timeout. And Jalen Smith covering JEANTY. And we're going to get another tackle before the line of scrimmage, or first down, whatever the hell it is. I keep getting all that stuff mixed up. That is a free interception. Number 23, our defense is having a day so far. Nishigaya's got the wide side of the field on whatever route that is. Glad that's underthrown. All right, let's see how our defense reacts. Or their defense reacts. You get a big play to number 2. Ashlock's wide open in the end zone. We're going to take that. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. We're going up 14 before the half. All right. We just got to close them out before half. They're going to run the ball and get this clock moving. And hopefully take this into halftime. Well, we're in the second half, and Ashton JEANTY gets the first carry, loss of 2. I kind of have a feeling that if they would have actually used JEANTY more in the first half, they might be in a better situation. But considering how much they've been passing, it's a little hard to win when you've got 3 turnovers. But either way, I mean, we got a lead. We just have to protect it. We just really need to... If we allow them to score, we just need to take a nice, long, sustained drive and take our time. All right. Got to run with JEANTY, and we are going to stop them. And number 23 gets his second pick of the game. He's going back for 6. JEANTY's going to catch him. Verdell Edwards II. Showing up today big. Go towards the ball, Nishigaya, please. I see him waving his hand in the end zone. I throw the ball to him, and he doesn't go for the ball. So terrible. But we're going to get JEANTY behind the line. It's going to count as a no gain. All right. That's a big play by the tight end. Probably their biggest play of the game. That's not awesome. JEANTY's... That was a little bit of a scary one. I can't lie. JEANTY's starting to get a little warm. It was just a 25-yard rush. We're gonna get JEANTY there. I'm liking the idea of running a spy. And we got blocked into JEANTY there. All right. Would love to see a fumble there. Just saying, would love it. Would love a fumble. But I guess we did get one earlier. I'm gonna slow down JEANTY. It gets close. Got 40 rushing yards in the day. We've done a really good job at the very least slowing him down. That was a smart keeper. We've got our next drive, and I guess we got to prove that we have an ASHTON JEANTY of our own. Not really, but with no Landon Sims, Cam Barfield is going to be our person to tote the rock for the rest of the half. Why didn't I just take the first down? I got greedy. I thought I saw yards. Love that. I'm seeing number 47. He obviously gets the game-winning touchdown for us last week. But always nice to see some players further down the depth chart make it on. Not in love with how long I just held on to that. Would love to see a double team for the linebacker. Someone will sneak in a first. I was not expecting that. Haven't necessarily been on the right page passing today. That's a good needle throw for Nishigaya. This isn't good. Somebody's always free. I don't know if it's just like terrible blocking schemes, but it feels like somebody's always shaking. Like, how are we 5-on-4 and not having the total advantages? Stephen McBride gets the first down. I'm going to get another ball to him. Going to get a gain of 10. Love to have the time there. That would be a massive ball for Nishigaya. Gonna try running it here with Cam Barfield. Gonna just stick behind our right guard. Gonna get the first. Clock is moving, which is nice. Got Christian Vaughn on the field. We're gonna get another 4. That's a good play by number 53. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like in this game, like the same 5 plays get called constantly. So I'm trying to avoid that. I truthfully am, but it's just like they just give me the same 5 passing plays. And I get powerful Ashlock, his second touchdown of the game. It's looking like we might take down Boise State, which at the beginning of the year isn't necessarily something I thought we might do. But, I mean, our defense has played great. And that's really all we've needed. That was a good connection. I'll give you props. That was a good throw. Operating out of 5 wide. I don't know. I think he stepped out of bounds before that. What a good job breaking that tackle. I'd like to think that this was a very interesting game for anybody who came in attendance. I feel like these fans got a pretty darn good game. I think that is a very true case. Verdell Edwards, I think, is going to be your player of the game. He's got 2 picks, a sack, and I think he might have been the one that I don't. I'd love to give it to the defense as a whole, but he has been incredible. I want to know who number 13 is. I felt like number 13 is like our slot corner or something. As number 3 gets burned by JEANTY, but I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. I need a first down and I win. Really shouldn't say it doesn't matter. Last week, we were up by 2 scores and then ended up in double overtime. That would be a situation that, let's just say, I wouldn't be too happy with if we ended up in it. Barfield gonna get a decent gain on first down. 3rd and inches. What a play. I press A if I want to keep it. Good thing I didn't press A. I really thought about it. Well, Boise State, GG's. We're 5-1. That's crazy. All right, well, looking at the stats, Braden Schrager, not a bad day. 50% completion rating, 152 yards, 2 for 2. Rushing-wise, team went over 100, had a rushing touchdown associated with them. No complaints. Receiving-wise, spread the ball out. Stephen McBride, Ashlock, not a bad day. Didn't have to do a whole bunch on offense. It was our defense that really did a lot of the heavy lifting. A lot of tackles for loss. A lot of tackles overall. 2 sacks, 3 picks. I can't complain. We did very well. Moving into week 8. 3-star right tackle committed. I have to click A. Alright, we've got some commits. Almost a level 7 head coach. We're currently ranked 95th. We've got a right tackle commit. We're still in the lead on a QB. And we're still leading on a good amount of players. Good deal. Verdell Edwards, player of the week, and your player of the game. National defensive player of the week. Let's go. Get to go up against Washington State. How's the conference looking? We're 2nd in the conference behind Fresno State. We have the 2nd best offense and the 3rd worst defense. But luckily for us, I think we were playing a bunch of the better teams sooner rather than later. So hopefully next week we can win. And maybe we can get a number at the front of our record. That's all I got for you today. Take it easy. Peace.